Everyone, I am Carrie Little, and I want you to continue to learn to earn with me. You know, like the big hair. Do you like the big hair? I am your blogger for Smart Girl Media. Take a second and follow me here on YouTube. And I want to talk to you about lead generation. So, if I were to really give this a title, I would say for $100 or less. How about that? So, if we say $100 or less, what do I mean? Now, first of all, everything that I share with you, everything you still have to put in the work. You still have to create your marketing. You still have to show up. You still have to do your videos. You still have to follow up with your clients. You still have to put in the work. Nothing happens overnight. It happens over time. It happens when you commit. You got to commit to doing the work and with consistency, and you got to follow up. So here we go. Leads for $100 a month. I got it all written down for you. So here's what I want you to do for $100, and I'm going to split this like 100 or 50 bucks because I was just like many of you when I started in real estate in 2001. I didn't have the deep pockets. All I knew was I needed to lead. So the reason why I really want you to consider mailers. Now I'm going to talk about video. I'm going to talk about YouTube. I'll talk about Instagram because I do get business from Instagram and Facebook and all of that. Now, most of you know I am a managing broker, but I really like to help you understand the demographics. So we know that Gen Xers, baby boomers, silent generations they're more likely to hire us from the mailbox, but it doesn't mean we shouldn't be doing social media. I just came back from the NAR Next conference, and there was a woman, she was all YouTube, and people just feel like they know her. That's how they feel about me on Facebook, well, Mark and I, and then also on Instagram and TikTok. So here we go. Got this one little piece. Life. All right. So number one, mailers. So I want you to send out mailers every single month. Number two, I want you to send out handwritten note cards. Now, when I say handwritten note cards, those handwritten note cards could be for expireds, follow up, thank you. It was great meeting you. Now, let me just hop back to number one because I didn't explain that well. When I say mailers, I want you to pick a neighborhood and be consistent with mailing to that neighborhood. You could also say, well, Carrie, I don't want to do a neighborhood. I just want to do my sphere. That's fine. Pick something. So number one, mailers, pick something, neighborhood, your sphere. You could do both if you have more than $100. Number two, those handwritten note cards. We are starting to see expired and canceled listings. When the pandemic hit, we didn't see canceled and expired listings. Now, this is the time when people cancel their listings because we're getting into the holidays. We're like, yep, we're done. We'll wait till the spring. But people are properties are expiring, and these homeowners, coffee with Carrie, right, are deciding to relist, but you want them to relist with you. So that could be another way to go after potential sellers. Number three, I want you to also create reels and TikTok videos, short videos, 60-second videos, 2-minute videos. You can do more on TikTok. You can go pretty long, but over on Instagram, 90 seconds or less. So I really want you to create videos. And if it were up to me every single day, right? The struggle is real, but at least once a week, create videos around, the real estate industry. And it doesn't have to be, I sold 3 houses today. I have a new listing. We do have to market our listings for our sellers. So don't forget that. However, you can create content around, hey, Victorian home versus modern home, or how about, let me show you the value of having a smaller kitchen or a larger kitchen. First of all, you don't have to clean up as much, but talk about the real estate industry and bring value. The other one is YouTube. YouTube is owned by Google. And I grew up in the area where the kids that created YouTube came from. So YouTube, and I wished I had jumped on the YouTube, video train years ago. I'm on YouTube now. I'm consistent. Most of you know that my goal is to create 10-minute videos every single week to educate real estate agents. And some of you might be my clients when it comes to buying and selling homes. But I really learned that when I can educate a real estate agent and the consumer, you already feel like you know me. And after going to the conference, when this woman said, people would call her up and say, hey, I saw your video. She would go, oh, she realized she didn't have to spend as much money on ads or anything because YouTube is owned by Google and it's a search engine. So if someone is searching own in West Chicago, Illinois, or Broadview, Illinois, or Kissimmee, Florida, if someone is looking specifically, you could go and you could talk about the fun things to do in a community. You could talk, you can interview restaurant owners, but how can you, whatever you do, how can you tie it into real estate to make me want to hire you? So I'm going to start doing videos with my husband on smart technology because he has figured it out. He has figured out the Ring doorbell. He's figured out the cameras. He's figured out how to buy locks for your home and then connect it with another product. I can actually take my mobile device and turn on lights in the condo downtown right now. So what can you do to tie in what you know to real estate? Now, so I did write this down. You can kind of see it. So I'm giving you some options. So I have the $50, I have the $100. It's not the best handwriting ever, but if you can read my handwriting for this $100, if you send out about 100 mailers a month, it comes close to about $70, depending on the company you use. I'm looking at my recent orders. I have one for 77, one for 62, 73, and then like $34. It depends on how much you mail. So if you can stick with, the $70 here, that's about 100. Then you got additional $30. You could do whatever you want. You could pay somebody to create your social media. You could, buy your note cards. So that's $100. And then you have your 50. So you can say, okay, if I split this in half, I can send out 50 mailers a month. And then I have an additional $15. Here's the deal. Stay out of Starbucks, right? This is what I do when I travel. That's my take home gift. I get it from wherever I'm at. So, but here's the point. How can you come up with $100 a month to focus on generating leads? Could it be that $100 a month is going to eventually get into hiring someone to edit your videos for YouTube? I'm recording on Zoom. It's easy. I have figured that out. Eventually, I might want to hire someone for an intro and an exit, or an intro and an outro. How can you come up with $100 a month? How? Or $50 a month so you can focus on marketing? You have to spend the money to make this work. And if you're like, Carrie, what could I do something different? Absolutely. You could buy doorknob bags, stuff doorknob bags, and walk. If you live in Florida, it might be a little warmer. Here, we're getting snow today. So just to recap, I need you to take a moment. You can grab I moved my pretty notebook. Here it is. Grab a notebook, old school. Grab Trello, Trello.com, and write down, what can you do? What can you do to come up with content? Pick a neighborhood. Number one, mailers, your sphere of influence. Number two, handwritten note cards. Seriously, handwritten note cards. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Seller, I see your home is no longer being actively marketed. When you decide to interview new agents, I'd love to be considered, right? Throw your business card in. Always, if you're going to do mailers, because some of you need to just start, you need to start somewhere. If you're going to do mailers, always integrate your YouTube or your social media. Number three, create reels and TikTok videos, short videos. And then number four, I want you to consider YouTube. YouTube is owned by Google. So again, I want to thank you for joining me for another Learn to Earn with me. I'm Carrie Little. I happen to be the designated managing broker of Caremark Realty Group in Illinois and in Central Florida, kind of like the Orlando area. But I am here to educate you. If you ever have any questions, type them in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Have a great day.